Hey friends, it's me, Erin, your friendly neighborhood energy alchemist with today's Schumann resonance report for Thursday, September the 11th. All right, you guys, here is our graph. We had that push-pull energy back here, and then we have this little bump of new energy that came in just a few hours ago, kind of overnight, and I will give you times on that. Give me a minute. The thing is there's this pattern of integration back here that's really intense. So here is that little push-pull energy, that sort of release with new energy around it. That happened around 7 p.m. last night and lasted till about 10:30 p.m. Central Time. And then we did have a little bit of a push of new energy coming in at around 3 a.m. and lasting until about 5 a.m. Central Time. So we did have this. But what I want to point out to you are these lines back here, that sort of textured feeling on the graph. That's very intense integration. We normally do not receive that type of energy in that much of a push. So this is something unusual on the graph. Now, with integration energy, for me, I sort of feel tired. Like my physical body just feels like I've been running a marathon or doing something like that. My mind might be okay, and I may not feel necessarily mentally tired, but my body just feels worn down when we have this kind of energy. So please pay attention to how you're feeling today. Also, with that little push of new energy that came in, yeah, I was awake for that. It was very nice. Thank you so much. I didn't need the sleep. I'm great. So great. With new white energy like this for me, that tends to bring a feeling of wanting to get up and do things, start new projects, work on something. I actually had an idea for a new podcast. Like all the stuff that I was going through at, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Not everybody reacts the same as me. That's okay. I'm just here to tell you how I'm feeling. Here is our Italian graph. We have those grumbles running across the bottom. These are those little triggers that are always sort of active for us. The ones like the little nagging things that are always bothering us. I don't know a better way to explain that. Kind of like the idea of, for me, the automated operators. Ooh, not a fan. Even though I know that it's not there to hurt me, I still don't like it. It's kind of like this little thing here. These are not unusually large. They're pretty normal for average day. And then here is the Global Consciousness Project for this morning. It is green, which is like clear skies, sunny skies, normal baseline. Something about the GCP, it changes all day long, and it will go in and out of all different colors. I can only bring you a snapshot of where it is early in the morning as kind of a way to see how your day might be going. Also, something to remember is this is global. This isn't just attached to the US. So for something, according to the scientists, for something to register on here, it would have to be a global event. Now, I know that there's a lot happening in the world right now, and I know that there was a lot that happened in the US yesterday, but that doesn't necessarily mean that what happened in the US, if that was by itself, that it would change this. But it also doesn't mean that it didn't. So I'm just saying, be mindful when you're looking at this, knowing that it changes constantly and that it's a global process, not just a US process. All right, here's our cards for today. My guides are acknowledging a feeling of restlessness in the collective energy. And what they're telling me is this is because we're on the edge of stepping into the next phase of a collective awakening experience that is being driven by high frequency crown energy. But they are warning us that this next step comes with a lot of work because we're going to have to reconstruct all the things that had to come down. So we're going to need to have compassion for ourselves as we look inward for what we want to rebuild for ourselves. The throat chakra cards lets me know that this has a very physical manifestation involved with it. So that restlessness that's in the collective is because we're on the edge of the next phase of our awakening experience that's being driven by high frequency crown energy. This next phase is going to require some work and some self-compassion as we turn inward to build the outside world. The sun is not out this morning. It is very, very foggy here, but sort of nice because it's going to be warm and I'm super excited. Are you ready to start your day? Because I am. All right, do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders and just remind yourself that today is a great day, friends. It's just getting started. You can literally do anything you want. So why don't you start out doing something that feels really good? Get that great cup of coffee or tea or however you start your day and just enjoy it just for a minute. Just allow yourself to enjoy it. It's a great day. It's a great day.